Hey there. Today is September 25th, 2024, and I just got back to the beach from the hospital. Spent all day at the hospital today. The first appointment was with the general practitioner person who has had my case for 4 years, and this is the first time we've actually met. Everything went cool with that. But the big news is this afternoon I spent in consultation with the surgical team, and it looks like we have a date for reconnecting my intestines. A week from this Friday is the target. I'm still waiting for the confirmation for all the stuff that has to happen between now and then. So there'll be a CT scan from my chest down before the operation, and not sure yet if that's going to be this week or next week. Then on Monday there's going to be a colonoscopy to get eyes on to make sure that what they cut out is completely healed. And then, as I said, a week from this Friday, they're gonna put my intestines back together again. Hallelujah. I'm not gonna go too deep into that conversation, because I spent probably 2 hours in the room by myself meditating, between them coming in and out of the room and working through whatever they had to work through till, I had a conversation with the head of the department, and he made his pitch for given the fact that on paper I am high risk for this returning, they would love for it to wait as long as possible before they operated to reverse the colostomy. He was like, if I were you, I'd wait a year. I was like, that is not going to happen. And that was the first thing I said to him after listening to him talk for about 5 minutes. And that kind of gave him an idea of where I was coming from. As it was, he wanted to give me a date in November, and I was like, there's nothing sooner, maybe somebody canceled or any cancellations or something like that. And as it turns out, somebody canceled a week from this Friday. So his wheels got turning and so forth. So that's the good news. It'll be probably 3 days in the hospital, and then we'll see where we go from there. I basically told him, I know it's high risk and everything, but I'd rather do the waiting period with everything working rather than, in case something happens to recur, sometime over the next 5 years. I'm not going to sit around for a year waiting for, or even 6 months waiting to see if something happens. I'd rather, as I said to him, regain my overall sense of health and well-being, and deal with whatever comes after that, knowing that there's no other solutions at this point. There's no chemo radiation that's going to deal with this. He's saying to me, that the cancer is there's still cancer cells probably in your blood, so it could show up anywhere. That's why they're doing the CT scan of my chest and whatnot. So, but the pathology that they did after the surgery showed that they got everything apparently, but there's always little cells that can relocate and start all over again, and this cancer is very tenacious and very aggressive, but at least I'm alive to deal with it from here. If I hadn't done the operation when I did, it was very clear to me that I probably wouldn't have made it to Halloween, and it would have been a very painful, very messy death. One of a number in the past year that I have had to face. But we're still here, we're still kicking, and I'm going to leave it there for now. And when I have more information, I'll do another one of these. But that's they're reconnecting me, which is all I've wanted all along here, and that means that 5 to 6 weeks of recovery, of the tissue healing up, hopefully, before I can begin to soak and get in the ocean again and really start building myself up even more. I think one of the factors for why he was agreeable was I told him that I have been running on the beach for the past month barefoot, and building myself back up, and that I'm a paraglider pilot, and the sort of fitness that it takes to do that is kind of above what most people that are 67 years old are presently capable of doing. That's why I said to him why I recovered so quickly after each one of these things that have happened in this past year, the chemo and the radiation and operation and so forth. So I think all those things, he was like, I don't want to be rushed here, but I said, to me, it doesn't feel like we're rushing, man. This is right on time. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Just wanted to, for all those folks, I know there's a few folks that are, keeping me in their thoughts and prayers. I also want to say to everybody that over the past year has donated to my GoFundMe efforts. All of that money has been spent. Most of it on the van. In fact, 99% of it on the van. In fact, some more good news is the last bit of that money, especially what I've been able to collect over the past 2 months, made it possible for me to re-register my car and take care of all the stuff that needed to get taken care of in order to pass smog. So I mean, it was about $700 to get all of that taken care of, between the registration, the smog, and so forth. And so your donations made that possible, and thank you. So that's plenty of good news all the way around. Van's good for another year. My cushy digs, what you can see of them, that have totally nurtured me over the past year, and I feel so grateful and blessed for. So anyway, that's what I have, all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me in your thoughts and prayers for what I know some people don't think they matter much, but in the realm of existence that I inhabit, I'm I'm super sensitive to vibration, even more so through all of these. I look at what I've been through in terms of the chemo and radiation and so forth. You know, my body is filled with platinum and irradiated platinum, and even more so than I was the first after the first cancer. So I don't know if that's contributed to my sensitivity, but I feel things I've never felt before, and minor vibrations that I never was aware of before. And so I know that people have been praying for me, and I feel it. I feel people's concern and care, and that whole area of vibratory frequencies. And so I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you for your compassion and concern. And what I'm hoping to return the favor by delivering to the world. I've finally been able to get my head around, get my head back into my work. And I'm working on a manuscript to explain the expansion of the Earth's subtle energy field that I've been surveying and documenting over the past 5 years. And I'm, finally getting able to the presence of mind to focus without so much distraction about bodily functions and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to doing oral presentations, like TED Talk or extended TED Talk type stuff, and telling the incredible story. So, in asking, like, when you come close to death so much, and you're not dead yet, it's like, what does the universe have me here for? And this is one of the main things that I feel why I've been both a cosmic witness, or a witness to a cosmic event, and a messenger to deliver what all that means. So a big part of my existence at the moment is trying to understand the data, understand, all right, what this thing has happened, it's still happening, it's still ongoing, and what does it all mean? So that's where my head is at, and that's what I'm working on. And it feels wonderful to finally be able to not have so many distractions of mortality versus immortality, right? So yeah, that's it. And remember, we love you.